This is not just a filter. You see my magic hands there and the green glow around it? It's called your aura. And while this is actually just a filter, you actually do have this energy field that radiates from you. One of the ways that you can test for yourself is just see if you're alive. Yeah, see if you're alive. Rub your hands together and feel the heat coming off of your own hands. Or, with permission, feel the heat coming off of somebody else's body. Heat and temperature is a measure of energy, and it radiates from the physical body. Now, the term aura in 2024 is trending as like this cool factor. Like, you gain aura for hitting a dap real good, and you lose aura for getting one of those weird handshakes where somebody grabs your fingers. The reason I started this video off by saying this is not just a filter is because, again, it's more than a trend, it's more than a filter. You actually have this non-physical body that 85% of people in the world are totally not aware of. And it's the reason why they experience frustrating, angry, bitter, and unsuccessful lives. Unlike the physical body, which you can very clearly see, people's physical bodies, it's not really clear when you are perceiving the aura. But again, you can feel it, and it's not just based off of temperature. Think about the last time that you were having a really good conversation with somebody, and somebody else came into the room, and maybe you didn't want them to hear what you were talking about, so you changed the nature of your conversation. Most people focus on the color of their aura, oh my god, your aura is green, that must mean you are really in tune with nature. But what you really want to pay attention to is the dynamic or the mechanics of aura. Again, you and your friend are having this harmonious conversation, then someone else comes into your range and it changes the dynamic. Each of us has a unique aura dynamic. And all you have to do to figure out what your aura type is look at your human design and start experimenting with what aura type you have. If you don't have a body graph already, visit my website, reikimarco.com. Link is also in the bio. Plug in your information and generate a body graph. You're looking for type. You're either going to be a generator, a manifesting generator, a manifester, a projector, or a reflector. Each of those types is going to have a unique aura dynamic. And when you synchronize your physical body and your aura, magic happens. As a quick overview of what aura types there are, because it actually is very simple, generators and manifesting generators have enveloping auras. Their auras just pull stuff towards them. All they have to do is go, come closer, or stay away from me, or I'm going to leave. When they do that, they're able to experience satisfaction. When they don't do that, they're frustrated. Projectors have the absorbing and focusing aura. It's a penetrating aura, and you have to wait for an invitation. Otherwise, you're going to end up bitter towards people. But if you wait for an invitation, people will actually see you. They'll know your worth. They'll recognize your worth, and you will feel successful as a guide, which is what you're here to do. Manifestors have repelling auras. It's pushing things away from you. And so for manifestors, you're the only type that's designed to actually initiate, go and make things happen. Because if you sit on your butt and wait for an invitation or wait to respond, nothing's going to happen. When you initiate, when you inform others, you feel peace. If you don't, you feel angry. And the last type, reflectors, they have opening and closing auras. They open to people that they feel comfortable and safe with. They close to other people as a way of protecting themselves. When a reflector actually starts to use their strategy, which is to wait 28 days before making a big decision, they're going to be able to experience surprise rather than disappointment, because they're going to be able to give themselves time to actually feel into how the decision affects them rather than how the decision affects the people around them. Reflectors and the aura of a reflector is very, very tuned into the aura and the energy of people around them. And sometimes it's easy for them to lose themselves in all of that. So those are the aura types. And if you do anything with this information, experiment with it. Don't just internalize this and be like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Go out and experiment with it. See what happens when you wait for an invitation. See what happens when you wait to respond. See what happens when you initiate. See what happens when you give yourself 28 days to make a big decision. The idea here is that people have normalized things that are not natural for them. Or in other words, instead of using their aura and their bodies in a harmonious way, they look at what other people are doing and they try and do what other people are doing. Oh, this is how that person became successful. I'm just going to do that. You might not be built to operate that way. You may not even perceive reality the way that person perceives reality. You may not even manifest reality the way that person manifests reality. You got to consider how you do things, because we all do things a little bit differently. For anyone that wants more information on human design, I have reports on my website that are custom generated on your body graph that will tell you everything you need to know for 20 bucks. So for like less than lunch, you can get a master plan for the greatest experiment that you could ever conduct. Link is in the bio, my friends. Guarantee there's not going to be a better way for you to understand your aura than human design.